Fans insult Reese. Angel Reese fans are fed up. Latest podcast has them unfollowing her concentrate on basketball. You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube, the no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now. It's been a few days since we talked about Angel Reese. Much to the chagrin of those little TikTok creators trying to make a name for themselves off the backs of Black and White Sports. They've been asking, why haven't you made any Angel Reese videos? Well, here's the thing. She hasn't done anything noteworthy lately. I can't just conjure up topics out of thin air. Recently, people were questioning the validity of a rumor regarding Caitlin Clark suing Angel Reese over comments made during a podcast. I can confirm that this isn't true. There was no basis for that story, and Caitlin Clark is not suing Angel Reese. Now, let's get back to Angel Reese's podcast, Unapologetically Angel. Many believe this is the platform she truly wants to pursue instead of focusing solely on basketball. That's fine. However, it raises concerns when fans notice deficiencies in her game while she promotes her podcast. Fans are starting to wonder if she's prioritizing the right things. The latest episode of her podcast featured reality stars Jada Cheeves and Destoria, who discussed their experiences on Season 1 of BET's The Impact Atlanta. Unfortunately, this choice of guest didn't sit well with her audience. Fans have expressed their disappointment and are unfollowing her on social media. One has to wonder, if her own fans are bailing out, what does that say about her brand? Angel Reese's previous episodes have included notable guests like WNBA stars and musicians, receiving positive feedback. However, this latest episode was met with mixed reviews. Many fans felt that the conversation was lacking substance, criticizing the guests for providing shallow responses about money and relationships, rather than focusing on more pressing or interesting topics. One listener commented, "They said a lot of nothing," while another remarked that listening to the episode was like losing brain cells. The general sentiment is that the podcast has lost its direction, drifting away from meaningful discussions and instead focusing on celebrity gossip. Fans are questioning why Reese, who has access to many influential figures, would invite reality stars instead of more impactful guests. Comments like, "Why not platform other successful women?" reflect this frustration. There's a sense that her podcast is veering into territory that lacks the depth and insight that many fans expected when they subscribed. Moreover, Reese's choice of guests has led some to speculate about her appeal. If she can't attract more prominent figures for her podcast, it raises the question of whether her star power is not as strong as she believes. Fans are noticing that while she talks a big game, her show isn't living up to expectations. Since launching in September 2024 as part of Shaquille O'Neal's The Big Podcast Network, Unapologetically Angel aimed to carve out a niche in the podcasting world. Yet, with recent episodes falling flat, listeners are hitting the unfollow button in droves. It's telling when fans who initially sought her out are now saying, "This is crap, I'm out." The criticism doesn't stop there. Many feel that the podcast is lacking in informative content, leading to comments like the least informative podcast on earth. Fans want to see discussions that resonate, not just celebrity chatter. The focus on lesser-known personalities from reality TV seems to have alienated the very audience that supported her in the first place. It's a critical moment for Reese. If her podcast continues to disappoint, she risks losing not only her current audience, but also potential fans who may have tuned in for more substantial content. The question looms, can she pivot and bring in guests who can provide the engaging discussions her fans crave? The backlash raises a larger issue within the WNBA community. As new stars like Caitlin Clark rise, established players like Reese must adapt to a shifting landscape. Clark's popularity is pulling in viewers, and Reese's podcast has the potential to capitalize on that interest if she focuses on compelling content.